Vanity will not help you in the afterlife. When you die, you cannot take anything with you to the afterlife. After the paparazzi and the fame, and you living your best life, traveling the world and claiming that there's no God because you want to live for the flesh, trust me when I tell you that there's going to be consequences in the afterlife if you are going to die outside of Christ. Matter of fact, the consequences don't start when you die, they start right now, because when you live for demons, the what will come into your life consistently is going to be sadness. You are always going to be sad. I could care less about whatever material thing that you have. Those material things won't fulfill the emptiness that you have inside, because when you do not have Christ, then you are empty, and the demons come into your life and they make you to pursue things of the flesh. Understand? So you want validation from people so that you can feel good about yourself. That's why these celebrities, when they come out in the open, they are smiling, they are happy, they are with their husbands, with their wives, they're having a great time, and you look at them and you envy them. You say, oh, how she's living a great life, or how she's traveling the world. Well, guess what? If you are going to be a high ranking celebrity, then the things that you have to do in the background are appalling. So in the background, when you don't see it, she is crying. When she has to partake in the rituals and kill little babies and drink their blood, she is crying. Her heart is broken every single time she has to go partake in a ritual, because they use her, they abuse her. They went through MK Ultra. These people are miserable people, and you guys look up to them. You don't know the amount of men that are in the industry that they have to go and sleep with. The gatekeepers in the industries, you see her as a married woman who's very famous. No, they see her as an elite prostitute that can be passed around, by the elites. Because when you are a famous person who's doing the will of Satan, then the people who are stronger than you in Satanism have the right to say, oh, we want to sleep with you if you want to make it up. If you want this gig, if you want to go on this tour, then you have to sleep with this guy and that guy and that guy. So you guys just see the facade, but internally these people are broken. Just imagine every single time you go out to go and do anything, there's paparazzi everywhere shooting you, every single floor, anything you do, people are recording you. It's a miserable life. They only enjoy 20% of it when they are going on interviews, but the rest of it, it's a miserable life. You are a slave to the demons, and the demons are using you to lure in the masses so that you can take them to hell. That's why most of them, they break down. You can't maintain this for a long time. Most of them, they break down, like who's that guy, Shia LaBeouf. He broke down. That's a mental breakdown because of what he did in the background. The reason why people keep on killing themselves, and we have people are having suicidal thoughts, is because we do not want to speak about sin and demons. We want to act as if it's just the environment. No, these people are possessed and they are tired of it, because they have to go through sex rituals whereby they are raped. They are forced to partake because there's no way out. They say, we've given you all of this, you cannot come out now. Because when you sign a contract with Satan, he will not keep his end of the deal. You understand? He will promise that you will only sacrifice your mother and that's it. But after 15 years, you realize that you sacrificed 7 people for Satan and he still wants more. It's a miserable life. And I want to speak a lot on this because the Lord said I should warn you that when you envy these people, something in your heart what makes you to pursue vanity. It makes you to pursue things that are not aligned with God, to a point whereby you're now led by what you see and not by the character of that person or who she is spiritually. That's why some of them are bewitched. This guy has been bewitched. He's under a love spell. Every single time he's out with that lady, you can see he's miserable But for some reason he can't come out. Why? Because they've tied him spiritually with that lady. Every time he tries to go out, that lady goes to the witch coven and she makes sure that this guy doesn't live. He's a zombie. He's not in love. That's a love spell. He's under a love spell. And many men across the world, even here in South Africa, they are zombies. They lose their themselves, their wealth. They no longer think for themselves. They are under a spell. Okay? So I want you guys to understand that in order for you to get a big role or big scene in a movie or whatever, you have to be cracked in the behind. You have to be cracked in the back. You understand? And mind you, this doesn't only happen once. Every single time you want a new role, there's a casting couch. You have to go through that. Or you want to earn 10 million rand, $10 million from this series, then you have to sleep with this guy and that guy and that guy. And by the way, those guys that you have to sleep with, they're not even human. They're draconians. The people at the top of Hollywood are not human. They are human hybrids. They are demon hybrids, I mean to say. Demon internally, human outwardly. You know? So I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter your skin color. Even if, let's say, maybe even if you are a black actress, you still have to be cracked by multiple men. Every single role you have to be cracked. You have to pay something. You see that you're going to sacrifice someone, give the devil blood, or mislead people to hell, or have to be cracked. Either way, you have to go through rituals. You do not get anything for free in Hollywood. So I wonder why so-called Christians are running towards Hollywood. Okay, you know how to act good. Act for the Lord. If you act things that will glorify the kingdom of God. You understand? Because these people, when they go into Hollywood, not only they go into Hollywood, but also their kids. Satan wants you and your kids. So your kids have to partake in rituals at a young age. That's why these kids, by the time they reach teens, they are messed up in the head. Why? Because of MK Ultra. They had to go through rituals whereby their minds were altered so that they can make space for demons to come and, possess them, so that they can have alter egos, so that Hollywood can control them easier. And some of them, they go through a lot of sex ritual and torture to a point whereby they hate the male species, that they decide to be transgender and, go to the opposite side and try to act as if they are men or tend to lesbian. Why is that? It's because they were abused by men, so they hate men. So they want to, it's a way of protecting themselves, trying to be a man and acting masculine. Is because of the rituals that they had to go through. She had to be cracked in order to get that Twilight role. She's not a good actress, but she got it. Why? Because she was willing to go into the pits to entertain the demons of Hollywood. And some of them, even today, the alter egos are driving them crazy, like Mike Tyson. He's not mentally stable in the mind. Even when they're having interviews with him, instantly he gets mad. Sometimes he cries. Some alter egos, demons in him going crazy. He has a demon of a tiger. That's why he has that tattoo, a totem of a tiger. When you open yourself up to unclean spirits, you lose yourself. Trust me when I tell you that when you see them, showing off money, that's not the truth. They are miserable. That's why most of them end up going to prison or end up getting locked up, because the demons are not sane. They're insane. So when you have a demon in you, it can hide for some time, but personally that it tortures you in your dreams. You have visions of yourself in hell. That's why these people don't want to die, because they know where they're going to go. The demons show them where they're going to go. Okay? The other way that you see that these people are tortured is based on the fact that the demons always find expression. How do they find expression? Through tattoos. When you see a woman who has lots and lots of tattoos, she's a traumatized woman. She's traumatized. She's in pain. This person is not well in the mind. There's demons. She can't operate. When you see them marking their bodies, there's something wrong with them. The same way that when you go to a neighborhood and you see graffiti all across the neighborhood, you know very well that this is a bad neighborhood. Okay? So same thing applies to these people. They are tortured spiritually, sometimes physically, by these demons because they manifest and they see them. They don't want to look at themselves in the mirrors. Over the years, they become worse because the demons come and steal your glow. I don't know if you guys still remember how good Justin Timberlake looked when he was young, full of life, fresh. Understand? He looked good. You can see the essence, the light in his face. But look at them now. Despite their age, you can tell that something has been stolen from them. They're no longer the same. They're miserable. So I'm putting out this video so that you guys can understand that your glow dwells in the Lord. You do not have to pursue the things that they're pursuing. The flesh will lead you to hell. You'll regret in hell to say, oh, why did I pursue vanity? Because you can't take anything that you've earned here on earth. The only thing that will apply when you die is what you did for the kingdom of God here on earth. So don't be deceived by the fleshy pictures. They are miserable. They are miserable. When they see their kids having to partake in the rituals that they went through that were very painful, they are miserable, knowing very well that their husbands sleep with other men and they also have to go and sleep with other men because it's that time of a year to go and partake in a ritual. It's misery. You can never please Satan. So I'm encouraging you guys to come back to Jesus Christ. If you are already Satanist, come back home. There's peace in Christianity. As Christians, when we understand that our wealth lies in heaven, we are not here to pursue mansions and Lamborghinis. We don't care about those things. We care about the Lord. So I encourage you guys, come back home. Satanists, come back home to Christianity. Lukewarm Christians, take the Lord seriously. Wake up. Do not be deceived. Jesus Christ is coming back soon. He is the way, the life, and the truth. Wake up and follow him only.